Hey YouTube, Mr. Retired by 50 here, and this video is all about buying our first house. If you're like us, we've been renting for our entire life actually, and we're going through the process of buying our very first house. It's a little stressful, and this video hopefully will walk you through those steps. But first, here's a quick tip. The quick tip of the day is a mortgage point. You'll hear this whenever you're talking to your lenders and they ask if you want to buy down a point. I was super confused, so I had to ask what that was. A point is normally 1% of your mortgage that you'll pay up front. So essentially you're front loading some of the interest that you'll pay on the mortgage so that in the long term you'll pay less interest over time. I'll discuss this a little bit more in another video because I was a little confused with it, so I know other people will be confused with it. But if you have any questions, feel free to write down below. So there's a bunch of different ways to buy a house, and I'm just gonna walk you through how we did it. We did it remotely, so we're buying in a different city in the Midwest, and we're doing it all through the city that we currently live in. So Realtor.com was actually our friend during this entire process. That's how we initiated it. From there, we've been searching for weeks on end until we found the house that we wanted. You don't have to do this step, but I did fly down to the Midwest city, and I actually went to go visit the house, and I'm super happy I did because it is not the house of our dreams. With that, I also did have a list of 5 to 10 other houses that we were looking at, and thankfully I did because one of those other 5 to 10 houses that we were looking at was the house that we ended up buying, or we're going through the process of purchasing. So that would be tip number one. Definitely have more options, because what you see in Realtor.com, it's half the battle, the other half is going there and looking through the entire house. Another thing I'd like to mention is getting a realtor, a real estate agent. We kind of lucked out. We had a super awesome one, and that was straight through Realtor.com. And I know this sounds like a sponsored ad, but we just lucked out. I know there's some good ones and some bad ones on Realtor.com, but we have an awesome professional. Maybe later in this video feature we'll link her down below so you can find out who we're using if you'd like to use her in the same area. So the next step after you find the house and you find your real estate agent, you have to put her offer down. And this is something where, you see in those TV shows, like, should we do full price? Should we do, 10,000 left? Your real estate agent should really hook you up with a good idea of the property value with the comps in the nearby area. So they'll be your best friend finding the appropriate list price. We decided to go for list price minus 5,000 so that the seller would be able to pay for all of our closing costs. The seller actually had multiple offers. They weren't as enticed with our deal as other deals, so we kind of went back and forth a little bit, and we decided on tacking that $5,000 onto the list price. At the end of the day, it was list price plus $5,000 is what we agreed upon. But in those negotiations, we also had some other benefits on our side. We're going to get a brand new roof for the house. Regardless of what house, roofs cost between $7,000, $10,000, $15,000, so that is a huge bonus. We're getting the home warranty covered by the seller. The closing costs are paid for by the seller. We're getting all these little details that add up to way more than the list price, so we're actually very happy with that. So another step, and these can be kind of in and out of order, this is just the way we did it. You have to go to a bank and get pre-approval for a loan. You can do this as early as you'd like. As soon as you get pre-approved for a loan, and you can say if you want to buy a house for $150,000, you can get it pre-approved to that level, or if you want to do $200,000 or $250,000, the bank just recommends go a little bit higher than what you think, just in case you find that special property. So our dilemma with the pre-approval process: do we go with a large lender like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, or a small credit union in the city that we're moving to? We decided to go with the small credit union in the city that we're moving to, and we're actually very happy with it. My lending agent, he's actually super duper friendly. I know him on a first name basis. I have his phone number. I can text him, I can call him anytime during the day. The first time I texted him, actually, he was in the middle of dinner. So he's really cool. That was just our personal experience. Once again, other people, you might prefer just Bank of America because you're already banking with them. You have all their information right there. You don't have to open up another account with another bank. So I can definitely understand that side as well. And the last thing is we just got our offer accepted. We're very excited about it. We'll keep you up to date on this process because it's brand new to us. We feel like we're working in a whole different world. You know, we're about to turn 30 here in a little bit, and it's so weird that we're first-time home buyers, and I know we're not the only one going through this process. So if you guys have any questions, for sure ask us in the comments below. We will respond back, and you know, your questions might help us out. And if you have any tips for buying a house for the first time, definitely let us know as well. Thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe these videos. See you guys next time.